round. Online. Custom room. Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 2 with the life lead. Time to sit on the lead. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to do tons of damage. Trips him up. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Holds out with a block. The order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Not having the cross. Oh! Digs in deep to get that drive KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Sumo Spirit! This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Gets the jump in. Player 2 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Both fighters press jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Still scrapping for control of the space. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal. Got him up against the wall. The stun is there. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but Oito throw. You can't let it's too much. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. This is a real back and forth macrocy. They definitely know what the other is capable of. All right, what's coming up next? Throws it. What's next? Shoots off a fireball up close. Burnout is triggered. Knockdown. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Anything off KO? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Connects with medium kick. Shows a medium kick. Underhand slap. Looking to impress with this super. Butt smash. Player 2 hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Anything off the smash? Buffs up. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Sees the overhead coming. Player 2 is not. Burnout activates. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Player 2 needs to hold out. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Sumo smash! Goes to the air. Checks with a medium kick. Anything off, sees the overhead coming. Overhead, but it won't work. Brushes that off and keeps going. Butt smash! Big time win! Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Snap! Headbutt! Grab some! Pancake time! Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. The overhead denied. One step ahead of them. Stun! City! Population U! Player 2 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. Overhead, but it won't work. Ooh, crushes the shins. The low blocks. And they are done. Player 1 comes out on top with a fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Blocks. Jumps? Can't tech the throw? Good work staying in throw range there. Pressuring the situation with the charger. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Throws up. What's next? Taking stock. Neither of them willing to back off here. Throws them to start the corner pressure. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jumps in. Takes a trip. Experience intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Anything off the smash? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Spirits are lifted. Jumps up. Brushes that off and keeps going. Burnout activates. Butt smash! Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Looking for a chance. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is! They knew it'd be enough. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Has a bit of OD spice. Jumps up, throws him. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 is in a pretty good shot that off. This may turn into a big, sees the overhead coming. Burnout activates. What now? Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is great show! Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Are you kidding me? Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Definitely shuts out the jumper. Player 2 has the life lead. What's the play here? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Had the radar up and running. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. They block the overhead and snares him. Knockdown. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Anything up, brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps up. Sonic boom. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Knockdown and side switch in the corner. Player 1 holding on to that corner again. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. What'll happen here? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Checks him with the boom. Gets carried to the corner. KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Rolls out the Sobot. We're just getting started. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Absolutely relentless. Both are ready to pull the sees the overhead coming. Player 1 drives it back, misses. What now? Can this drive bring them back? Okay, big time whip. The overhead denied. In with the crossover. Player 2 is in burnout. That's gonna leave him rattled. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? An absolute beast. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Adds a bit of OD spice. Butt smash. Checks with a medium kick. Anything off? Going on the offensive? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws him. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Sonic Boom! Throws out a projectile. Okay, creating some space here. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their game. Experiencing burnout. Knockdown. Play it and the throw ends the round. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps and charges forward. Checks him with the boom. Player 1 had an impressive round when managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Overhead, somersault kick stops them cold. Still scrapping for control of the stage. Going in. Butt smash. Blocks it. Side switch in the corner. Quick breather. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Both fighters planning something? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the chance overhead attack. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Oh, he they got him! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Kubo Spirit. Holds out with the block. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Player 2 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Big gap between the two fighters. So they throw out a fire. Not shy with the grab. Taking stock. Butt smash. Brushes off the impact. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Burnout activates. Player 1 needs to hold out a KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Shows the medium kick? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Anything off? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a big hit them with a stop and bomb. Dual SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. This could lead to some big damage. Overhead, but it won't work. Huge chance after that wall strike. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Cut that off. Goes for the level 1 super. Now, can they finish the job? Knock them out of the air. They just said, get that something out of here. Player 2 is in burnout state. Okay. Perfect execution with the anti-air. These guys are not giving it overhead, but it won't work. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Both fighters counter out the action. Send them flying. They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? The drive gauge is screaming. Are you kidding me? Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Theo baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. Got their eye on the air. Player 2 has used up all of their drive damage. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. They block the overhead, and at this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Did well to get the buff in there. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Hits them with a stop and pop. Anything off the smash? Each hit is so important here. Burnout activates. Player KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Beats off a fireball up close. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Both fighters planning something? Checks him with the boom. Hits him with a stop and drop. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Not much life difference. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. All in with a rush. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Going on the offensive? Player 2 can't use any drive through. Gotta play it safe. Can they use their resources wisely to pick flag lines up? Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we gonna witness a blow up here? Perfect move. Hits with the overhead. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Coming through. That attack ends it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. A play forward jump there to start. They both add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Checks him with the boom. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Rolls out the Soba. Checks with him in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Spirits are lifted. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 couldn't even get a tickle in. Might be time for a change. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for reads the jump in perfectly. They just said, get that jump in out of here. The low block, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Plenty of leads on the flash kick to get them out of a jam. But can this drive bring them back? They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Great job, it turns out. Boom! Jump! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Low heavy, but no go. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Rushes in. They're in range. We gotta see an overhead, but it won't work. Ooh, crushes the shins. Drive, are you kidding me? Player 2, straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. What an opening statement there. Knocks them into the corner in a hurry. 100-hand slap. What a clutch side twitch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Neither of them willing to back off. Sees it coming and blocks it out. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull away, and that attack ends it. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Butt smash! Jumps in! Going on the offensive? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Anything off the smash? Both fighters, somersault kick stops them cold. Scrapping it out. Burnout activated. Are we gonna see a comeback here? A single hit will do it! KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hits them with a stop and go. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. All right. Overdrive. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Grabs him. Knockdown. The jump-in is denied. All right, what's coming up next? Where's their opening? KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Throws for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Looking to impress. Is this super going in? Time to reassess the situation. Sonic boom. In with the crossfit. And they create an opportunity for themselves to clutch anti-air. Oh, here we go. Flatlines are. Player 2 faced a giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checks him with the boom. Jumps? Can't tech the throw? Steps in for the throw. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. All right, what's coming up next? No good up high. Takes the chance to hurt him. Let's off a projectile to waste time. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Where is their opening? Anything could happen here. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Goes for the rush, looking to impress with this super. Both fighters planning something? Checks them with the boom. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Out of range. Relatively safe. Drive gauge is looking bad. What do they do now? Burnout activates. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Shows experiencing burnout. Perfect boom. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Sonic boom. Player 1 has it in there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hold your breath. Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. No good up high. Puts one in the pocket. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Knockdown. That's it. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. Experiencing burnout.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom snipes him out the air. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
Sumo Spirit. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Scrapping it out up close. Checks them with the boom. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump it. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Sonic Boom. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Jumps. Barely blocks the jumping. Jumps hard. Burns out. Blocks it. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Perfect boom with the net. Throws a fireball. Overhead, but it won't work. The jump-in is denied. Oh, there's a burnout. Just jump off. Kisses the fireball. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Uses their drive gauge. Sonic Boom. Drops them hard. They just said, get that jumpin' out of here. Hits them with a stopping power. Full SA. All in with a rush. Their drive is limited. What burns out? Player 1. Ooh, what a smart move. Oh, here we go. Looking for an overhead, but it won't work. There's a burnout. Solid anti-air. Amazing. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out. This can lead to some big damage. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 needs to drop them from the air. A real test of the drive impact doesn't work. Excellent block. Drops them hard. Player 1 can't impose their will spectacularly for the win. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Pokes with a kick. Goes for the jump in. Holds out with the block. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Neither of them willing to back off. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Pokes with the medium. Extra smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They hit each other. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Oh, they're in the corner now. Goes for the level 1 super. Quick breather. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 has the deck stack and KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Gets powered up. Adds a bit of OD spiciness. Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. What? Anti-air. They just said, get that jumpin' out of here. The bull over levels up. Player 1 is on, sees the overhead coming. Switch sides. Nothing stops this train. Okay, here we go. Drive impact misses. Grabs them. I can't believe it. Whoa, sees right game are done. Player 1 comes out on top with a fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. back. Hits the drive. Pokes with a medium kick. Sonic boom. Hold your breath. They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. Gets through the opening. Did well to get the buff in there. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Reacts fast enough to get the counter. Brings out the super art. How's it gonna work out for them? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Each hit is so important here. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jump? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Drive reversal's no good. Not a bad idea there, but their opponent was on top of that. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gear. Now's the time. Looking for a chance. There's a change of sides. Medium kick. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Checks him with the boom. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Jumps in, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Both fighters, this is gonna hurt. Getting up close and personal. What now? The next touch makes perfect execution with the anti-air. All in with the rough flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be their setup here? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 is just about out of drive after all. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Trips them up. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. This is a huge chance to make a feel it. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be over. Somersault kick stops him cold. Still slugging it out at this range. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Burnout activates. Player 2 needs to they get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Sonic boom. Are we going to see some fireworks? Pokes with a medium kick. Gets the jump in. Knockdown. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Checks with a medium kick. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a cycle. Player, they can't squander this punish counter chance. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 will have Oicho. There's a change of sides. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player 2 turns out. The overhead denied. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Who's gonna take it? Boom! Can they break through with a solid puncher? Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. A jump? Absolutely relentless. Sees the overhead coming. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Both fighters, were they looking to connect to the overdrive arc from this situation? Pokes with a medium kick. Burnout activates. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very overhead. Escapes the corner and whiffs. They're wide open. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Solid anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Throws them. Taking adds a bit of OG's fight. This is it. Let's
Willing to, are you kidding me? Player 2 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. Hook smash. 100-hand slap.
Player 1 has the life advantage. Not a small life lead, but it's not over. Squeezes the gauge. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out?
Checks them with the boom.
Blocks the ambiguous crossover.
Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Are they thinking about how to steal this round? Closing moments of the map wins out in the battle of the skies. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
They've piled up the knowledge and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage.
Player 1 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. They return to center stage. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Shows the medium kick. Anything off the smash? Player 2 goes for the level 1 super. Both fighters planning something? Checks them experiencing burnout. They decide to take brushes that off and keep going. Okay, here we go. Perfect execution with the anti-air. And whips! They're wide open! What now? He tries to act quickly, but with the attack flatlines in. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Cross that off! Reads the jump in perfectly. Sonic boom. Player 2 needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to overhead, but it won't work. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Sees the overhead coming. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Player 1 is in a Vic Delos block. Crowns him from above. Clutch anti-air. Nothing stops this train. Player 1, putting the cherry on top. Hold up, it's the final bout. Back it up. This match might be over. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? No way they did that. Any mistake here, there's a burnout. Player 2 can't use the turn. Are you kidding me? Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Let's loose a boom. Throws a fireball. Perfect input on the sonic boom.
The fighters continue to check each other in the early going, keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here.
Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange.
Strings it all together. Okay, they trade hits. Well-timed corner switch. Knockdown. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Taking stock. Life lead opens up.
Gets some. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Goes to the overdrive. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive lead. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown.
Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Medium kick hit. Ground him from above. Max bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Gotta do better than that. Next, the counter. Getting up close and personal. What huge chance after that wall smash. Both fighters are hurting. What a finish! Player 1